When Rachel Reeves stepped into the spotlight to defend Labor's economic vision, she did so with confidence, calm, composed, and deliberate. She laid out a future filled with growth, responsibility, and hope, a reassuring message aimed at voters looking for stability in uncertain times. But behind the polished words and carefully rehearsed lines, something didn't quite add up. As Reeves made her case passionately, some might say forcefully, she let something slip. A glimpse. A small but telling reveal of confidential strategy. And just like that, the gap between Labor's public promises and private plans was exposed, if only for a moment. It wasn't meant to happen, but it did. And in Westminster, the fallout was immediate. You see, while Labor's front-facing message is all about fiscal caution and economic strength, recent leaks from within the party suggest a very different reality. Quiet conversations, private memos, and policy shifts that paint a more complicated and far less reassuring picture. One flashpoint: inheritance tax. Labor's proposal to target agricultural estates worth over $1 million has sparked panic in rural communities. Critics say the policy could hit small farms the hardest, leaving families facing financial strain just to keep their land. And as Reeves continues to emphasize careful spending and smart economics, her record is being re-examined. Promises of growth are now being weighed against rising taxes and stagnant living standards. The response? Mixed at best. When Reeves recently admitted that tax increases might be needed to plug a growing black hole in public finances, the backlash was swift. Many saw it as yet another burden on working-class families, and yet another sign that Labor's big ideas might come at an even bigger cost. And then there's what's happening behind the scenes. Whispers inside Labor. Circles hint at deeper concerns that the party's internal discussions aren't quite matching their public statements, that what's being said on camera isn't the full story. Remember when Reeves was praised as a master of political messaging? Her sharp delivery and controlled tone once made her a rising star. But now the narrative seems to be shifting. Promises of stability are starting to feel like spin, and voters are beginning to notice the cracks in Labor's economic story once hidden are starting to show. As we pull back the curtain on what's really happening inside the party, a different picture emerges. One where uncertainty looms, trust wavers, and the line between public image and private intention begins to blur. And you can't help but wonder, if this is what Labor says in public, what are they really planning behind closed doors? If you want to keep following the story, the real story, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell. Stay tuned with British Stream. The truth is just getting started.